See, I would like to invite Professor Chiranjib Bhattacharyya, who's a professor at Computer Science and Automation and also a longevity team member, who will talk about longevity education at IISc.
So good afternoon, everyone. After lunch, talking about education is not a good idea. Students go to sleep. So I decided I will not talk about that. Instead, I'm here to extend a warm hand of invitation to partner with us on Longevity India. As you see, it is this. This is a copy paste from the website. I know it is a very noble goal. And now, to achieve these goals, we need your help. So I mean, this is one of the slides which every time I see, gives me goosebumps. And I would not read it, but would like to read the statements made there. So this is, we stand in an institute which had the ideal Swami Vivekananda. It had probably one of the greatest public-private partnership. Jamshedji Tata gave a large amount of his wealth to see this institute, and of course Mysore Maharaja gave us this land to create original investigations to further material welfare of the country. And longevity is one of those things. And now, so in this institute, of course, we have 6 divisions. This is just to pique interest among some of my colleagues. The electrical, electronics and computer science, I have made the bar a little higher because a larger number of students, and of course I'm from that division. So biology is also there, so in IISc, I think in the morning, Deepak said very nicely that it requires a problem as deep as aging or longevity. It requires a cross-disciplinary approach. And now, here is some, let us say, some notional goals of the Longevity India initiative. So first of all, so first goal, we are a science institute. It should develop fundamental understanding of basically our human body, which can throw light on aging and basically our own well-being. So we heard this thing, systems biology. So systems biology is one subject where systems and biology come together to give insights on our physical, biological, biochemical processes, right? And of course, that's science. We also have a very fantastic engineering division. So now we have to develop this understanding to translational technologies, which you can take it to the field. We hope at some point to drive national level initiatives on various aspects of, it has to ring now, right? So now as to make a mark in this multidisciplinary area, we also need professionals who are equally adept in modeling data and also in biology and things like that. As of now, you won't find skills, data scientists may not know enough about biology, biologists will not know data science. And of course, at the end of the day, if you want to develop translation technology, you should also see the engineering side of it. So this requires new age professionals. And by and large, this forum as we see it, I know very little biology, I am a data scientist, but I see this forum as a forum which will drive innovations in this and primarily to bring industry, academia together to think about cutting edge problems. Now, if these are the goals, then what are the needs? Why can't IISc do it alone? We are challenged by many things. First of all, if you want to really see our results impacting things on the ground, we probably also need to talk to industry to figure out, are there industry focused problem statements? Are there unmet research needs of industry where we can contribute? So this is where we seek your help. Now another thing is maybe my biology colleagues will probably has already alluded to. So we need sophisticated experimental facilities. IISc we have quite a few, but I am sure there are more we can do, and industry may have some of them. We can have partnership and two-way partnership on these things. And the other thing is now, as we hear in the morning, we see many people have put on this talk about AI. And the first starting point of AI is data. And in this critical field, I don't think there is enough data. So there is an urgent need to create data repositories which will aid research. And all this requires collaboration between multiple disciplines, not only academic but also industry. And now the last thing, as I said, that we also need some thinking which will bring new science to be created both in field of AI, data science and biology together, right. So all these where we see IISc alone cannot meet these lofty goals we set. To that end, as of now, a quick look at what we have at IISc today. As you can see, there are three main, so there are four basically broad divisions which I showed you in the first thing, right. So now there are 6 departments, there are like 7 departments as of today, but they are all in faculty members from these departments are all excited by and part of this initiative, right. So now I am going to talk to you about what are where, you know, maybe in your minds, if you are from industry mindset, how do I engage? Okay, exciting things you are doing, but how do I engage with you? So let me put some suggestions to this. So IISc, we have many MTech programs and MSc programs, but 2 things I wanted to highlight which have immediate connection to this longevity initiative. One is this MTech program in bioengineering, and there is MSc Life Sciences. So it has very good coursework and all that. The details you can provide you later. But the thing I wanted to highlight was that both this MSc Life Sciences and MTech program in bioengineering has a research project. Students are actively encouraged to go for summer internship, and then both encourage industry seminars. So this is all I would like my industry colleagues to actively, use these opportunities and forge collaborations. Now, few suggestions for engagement opportunities. For example, in the teaching programs, as you saw, industry colleagues can provide problem statements. As I said, the first thing, industry focused problem statements, which students can pursue over a year, right. You can support it, of course, finance is a big thing, but you can also support it in other ways also. You can give data, you can say, okay, come to our lab, do these experiments, all that, right. Maybe you have very good data pipelines. You can share it with us, and so in 1 year's time, fantastic things can be built. And believe me, we take pride in our students. They are the best in the country. So now we will not, we can talk more about this, but I think my time is short. So here is what I think is more important. We have to tap into our PhD students even more. So here is a great opportunity to co-create technologies in this space. This is by and large working in other divisions, to some level of success. I think we can, but for aging we can do the canvas is wide open. So here, if you have a long-term problem, you want to test something out, one can support PhD students for this. And when I say support PhD students, I mean not even only give them scholarship. You can think about research statements and talk to the faculty advisors, and is this a good problem? Can you think about it? Things like that, right? Experiment facility is still there, but this is a great opportunity also to think about how to co-create public data sets, where it would be a national resource. In many countries where you see AI succeed, you will also see, though in those geographies, there are large data sets which are public. And that is key to make success in a field like AI. And of course, if you talk to several colleagues, I don't know how much of you are in conversation, I'm sure they will have many exciting new things which can be easily translated. Of course, this is a hypothesis I have, but I would like you to engage more with them. So you can also, consult IISc faculty on various problems which you are dealing on a day-to-day basis. These are some, I just list down some opportunities, but primarily what I think is, after talking to Deepak and my other colleagues, I think this is a fit subject where you need a consortium. So consortium, so we can devise ways to, how to shape this consortium. So maybe some things you can think about is, maybe you can identify a challenge problem which have a national level impact in aging, right? Now to solve the challenge problem, we need to push the boundaries of science, right? That's what's challenging about it, right? Drive national level initiatives which will require all of us in this room to come together, right? Co-create public data sets, as I say, that's close to my heart, right? And lastly, identify critical education needs. Is there a need for new age professionals who can contribute to the broad subject of, say, longevity, or for that matter? Let's see some of these thoughts. And now, if you're asking that, okay, I buy your idea, it's great. Now, what do I do next? So here I can assure you IISc has that required administrative wherewithal, and to that I will take the opportunity to invite Mr. Omprakash. Mr. Omprakash was ex-director of Accenture and many other companies. So he is looking into these affairs to how to accelerate industry-academia partnership.
Yeah, thanks Chiru for setting the context of what are the collaboration areas that IISc looks forward to, particularly the longevity initiative from the industry. Now, while he has covered what areas we can collaborate with, I'll take the next couple of minutes to tell you how we can collaborate, and also maybe share with you some examples that we have of collaboration, and the structure that we have to collaborate. So what in the morning session, we've covered the science and tech of longevity and all the cool things that are happening, and Chiru covered what areas of collaboration are possible, and the next couple of minutes will be focused on how we can collaborate and the structure that we have in IISc to do that. Basically, I represent the Foundation of Science, Innovation and Development, which is the window of IISc for collaborative research as well as promoting deep science and deep tech startups. So this is the window of IISc to the industry as well as the government, and so we basically there are four groups. The core group is what I head, and that's the collaborative research which we do with the industry and the government as well, and STEM is the part which does the deep science incubation. And see, the structure that we have to collaborate is, there are various things that what all can be done has been elaborated by Chiru. But what we normally do is, see, whenever we collaborate and whenever we have a consortium, there are various issues that need to be addressed. Who owns the IP? How do we take ideas forward? How do we go to the field? How do we do the implementation, and so on and so forth? So for which, what we normally do is we have an umbrella agreement for a deeper engagement between all the collaboration partners, and we already have a framework agreement in place of normally how IP is shared, etc. Various things, in terms of ownership, exploitation, and how are projects executed, what will the academic, the PIs from here do, what will the industry partners do, what will the startups do, etc. All of them are covered under this umbrella agreement, and normally there are two ways to do this. One is faculty led itself, where the idea comes from the PIs here, and you collaborate in terms of how that can be implemented. So the thing is all faculty led, and the second is you know what has to be done, and you have a problem statement in mind, and then you collaborate with the PIs here. So there are basically two different models of engagement, where again you can have several things like PhDs in PhD fellowships, support, internships, etc., which Chiru has already covered. And we have done this, there are more than 1,200 research projects which we are running in the institute, and this is just a sample. Right now we have more than 120 collaborative projects with various companies and startups that we are running, and this is just a sample which should tell you that we cover a breadth. We have breadth as well as depth. And across kind of domain agnostic. We also are spread across various geographies. We have multinationals. We work with companies from various geographies, and these are some of the companies that have a lab set up here, and so these are various examples. Some consortia we have with the Department of Heavy Industry, and several projects that we run with ISRO, Indian Navy, all run in a consortia model. So these are all various examples. I'm just trying to tell you that we have a structure in place to take the consortia model forward, and this is where we are looking for participation from all of you. So I think with that I will close, and if there are any questions at the end, we will be happy to take. Thank you.